Hey, what's up? Steven here with NorCal Screen Print Supply. I'm going to demonstrate a screen print for you, talk to you a little bit about our class we have coming up. We teach screen printing from start to finish. We teach you how to burn screens and do the actual production of screen printing. We also have some business tips in there. 2-day class. It usually runs on a Thursday and a Friday, and we have one coming up, so check our website for details. And I want to tell you about this print. So this is some art done by Ryan Keene, or Rack Art, and this is a fish. It's a trout, and we have separated this imprint into CMYK. We output this at a 55 line per inch halftone, so you're going to see these halftones, and we burn these all on 305 mesh count except for the underbase. Actually, we burn the underbase on a 305 as well, so it's very tight mesh. It maintains dot size very well. So we burned our CMYK channels on 305 mesh count, and we burned the underbase on a 230 mesh count. We're letting a little bit more ink through with this underbase. We're not going to demonstrate the underbase for a minute here. First, we're just going to run in a CMYK on a light colored shirt here. I have Bella Canvas 3001, nice ring spun cotton shirt. So we're going to start lightest to darkest, and here I have our yellow channel. Bring that down. I'm going to flood our print area here. We're going to give that a nice push, nice firm push using the sharpest edge of the squeegee. And we're going to do that twice. So nice flood and a clear. We're going to check out our ink deposit here. Doesn't look like much yet, but we're going to go ahead and flash this before we print our next layer, which is going to be magenta. CMYK colors work together to create the whole color spectrum, and CMYK plastisol inks, which is what these are specially formulated to blend together and to be a little more translucent so that you can see the other colors underneath them. CMYK ink here a little bit faster because they're thinner, and we're also putting thinner layer of them on because we have mainly halftones. I think we got a good ink deposit here with our yellow. It's dry to the touch. We don't have to cure it all the way. We just have to have it dry to the touch. And we're going to bring down our magenta. Going to give that a nice flood there, clear it nicely, and do one more. Take a look at that. It's looking pretty good, and we're going to flash dry that for about 10 seconds. So that's called a flash dryer. It dries your ink in between colors. Occasionally you don't have to flash. You could run this CMYK print wet on wet or without flashing, but I like the look of flashing in between colors a little bit more. It makes the colors pop a little bit more. So bring that back. We are ready to print our cyan or blue layer. Flash that for another 10 seconds and get ready to print our black. Okay? We don't want this too hot, but we do want it dry to the touch, and it's not too hot, so we're good. Put down our black, nice flood, and clear there. We'll do that twice. Now on a CMYK print, if I'm printing 100 of these, I want to do the black the same every time. I want to flood it and clear it twice. You may want to flood it and clear it more than twice, but if you've established that your print looks good with twice, that's what you want to stick to throughout your print run. If you change it and do 3, it's going to look different. If you do more yellow, it'll change the whole look as well. Same with every color. If you do more of them or you don't do it consistently, they're not going to look the same from start to finish. And we're gonna take this off. When you take the shirt off the platen, you wanna give it a nice pop up from here, straight up. You don't wanna pull it too hard because you'll stretch that print out. Stretch a tiny bit, but it's looking pretty good. So that's a nice CMYK print on a light colored garment. I'm gonna go ahead and put this through our conveyor dryer. Got our black loaded up. I'm going to heat that up a little bit, get the palette warmer and the shirt warmer. So this is actually a print we did in our last class to demonstrate CMYK with an underbase, and it went really well. Everybody in the class got to run this print at least once, maybe twice. Got the feel for the CMYK, and yeah, got to see it in action. All right, I'm bringing down my underbase here. This is on a 230 mesh. I'm going to give that a nice flood. I'm going to get all that ink from this side and push it back to the other side, but I'm going to give a good amount of pressure. And you can see I have it's skipped right there a little bit. When that's happening, you want to start a little bit further back, and you can give it a little rock and it'll start to go. And when you're printing at a 90-degree angle like this, if you put one hand forward and drag the squeegee across at an angle, it won't skip as bad on those 90-degree angles. And you can see I did a nice healthy angle, and I got a nice smooth ink deposit across there. I'm gonna flash that, and I'm actually gonna hit it one more time because I want that underbase to be nice and bright, and all of our CMYK is gonna pop nicely on top of the underbase. The brighter your underbase, the more vibrant the colors, but you can overdo it with the underbase. You notice that I only gave that one pass on the second layer because I'm not trying to fill in everything with white, and I want to maintain detail. If you keep pushing and you keep flooding and clearing, your dots will blend together and touch. You'll lose that kind of almost photographic look. You want to keep your flooding and clearing to a minimum, just getting a good ink deposit for your CMYK layers to look good on top of. Next up, we have the yellow. I'm going to flood it and clear it twice. Looks really good. There's a good amount of yellow on there. So far, so good. So we want to make sure we're getting our ink dry to the touch, but we don't want this to be super, super hot when we bring down our next screen, or we can actually cure the ink into the screen mesh. I don't want to do that. So I'm keeping this consistent. I'm flooding it, clearing it 2 times on all the colors. So you can see where they blend together in here. We have some nice orange where the magenta and the yellow have blended together. That's what we're looking for. I like it. So we have some upcoming classes, and we have now started the program where you send in your art for a 1-color screen print. We have that art ready to go. We actually show you what we did to the art to get it print ready if we need to do anything. We print the film, and you actually coat your own screen. You burn your own screen with your own art, and you take that home as part of the class. So it's something I thought important to our students to leave with something that they can print. We have a full retail store actually on premises here where you can walk in and purchase a squeegee and some ink and a screen if you want. You can buy a whole press if you like. We have screen printing packages available. We have equipment available, and we can also help you with any part of the process. You can bring in a shirt and say, what am I doing wrong? We can look at it. We can usually diagnose within reason kind of what's going on with the print. You can also send us an email and say, how would I achieve this print? There are a number of ways you can get advice from us. We're easy to find. We're easy to get in contact with. I think the class is really valuable if you are getting in screen printing as a business, or you're taking over a screen printing business, or you're starting your own clothing line and you want to know how to print your stuff. We can show you how to do all those things, and we can give you advice that will save you hours and hours. So I think the screen printing class is great. If you're interested in it and you have any questions, please get in touch with us. We'd be happy to answer any questions. Okay, we're ready to do our blue layer. I'm going to flood it and clear it twice. So anytime I see ink building up a lot over here, I wouldn't call this a lot, it's just a little bit. I make sure that I get in here and keep the ink on that side of the screen. Especially whether you're pushing or pulling, doesn't really matter. You just want to keep your ink on that side of your imprint. So you can see cyan layer has produced really nice colors for us in here. Really nice greens on the top of the trout. We're gonna flash this and we're ready for our black layer. So we'll link to Rack Art, or Ryan Keane Art, so you can check out his work. He does a lot of cool stuff, mainly outdoor kind of related. He does a lot of watercolor stuff. He's a really good artist. I got in touch with him about a year ago, asked maybe if we could do one of his prints as a shirt for a screen printing class. He was super cool about it. Kind of sat on it for a little while, but I'm stoked to be printing it now, and it's a good way to demonstrate the print for our classes. We're ready to run our black. So the black kind of brings everything together. It's interesting that CMYK, what is the K for? The K is actually black, or key. So you can see with the black added, it just ties everything together as the key color and really brings the print to life. We do have kind of an added bonus here. We have a white highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and flash dry this, and we'll see what it looks like with the white highlight. It's not the whole underbase, it's only selected areas of white that are where white is a color in the image. If white's not a color in the whole imprint, then you wouldn't really print a highlight white, but in this case it is, so it should look pretty cool with it. I'm probably only going to give this one hit with the white highlight. I don't really want to overdo it. Got it cleared through there. And so in these areas right here where white is a kind of a color in the imprint, it really brought those to be a little bit brighter. That's really what a white highlight does for your print. I like the way this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off wet and put it through the dryer. So you wanna make sure you pop your print up not stretch it. There's a lot of adhesive on this platen. So we try to pop it so that it doesn't distort the print. We got maybe a little bit of distortion, but if we took the shirt and just pulled it back like that, the whole print will elongate and it'll look weird. So this is a CMYK with underbase and a highlight white. Very happy with how the print came out. Super fun project. Thanks again to Ryan Keen for the art. Hope you come and join us in a class. We'd love to teach you how to do this and to show all this stuff to you. We love it. We think it's super cool. Like I said, any questions, get in touch with us. And thanks for watching and keep on printing.